So the penny stocks I'm going to share with you guys today, you definitely want to have on your radar here going into the end of this week and beginning next week. They have news that came out and levels we do not want to ignore. You definitely want to stick around for the last one on this list. Now, in today's volatility, our SPY bot sent out a bear indicator since 11:05 a.m. And you could see it there. It popped up at around the 673 area. It has not been canceled, lasting nearly all day. And put options went up within an hour over 100% plus, guys. And you could see it there popping up on the screen as well. The take profit levels that popped up over at our Discord on our Trade Ideas education section. So we also have a place where you're receiving the alerts from these bull and bear indicators on individual stocks and also ETFs. And then on top of that, we have take profit levels, which are there to add further perspective. And you could see it popping up on the screen too. Some of the members' gains using 42 Vision, and you can gain access. The link is down below in the description and top pinned comment. And again, you see it there, those take profit levels, it broke right through both of them, right? The first one was 668, and then the next one was near 667, and things fell all the way down to the 650s, guys, surpassing that level and perspective over the charts. And it was sent out right after with that bear indicator since 11:05 a.m. Both of them, the rapid bearish alert, and then also our bear indicator, and multiple confirmations lead to much more of an edge through the volatility. And that's what this is all about with 42 Vision. That is the goal. And it wasn't just the SPY. We also had Tesla sent out a bear indicator here at around the 423 level, and it was sent out directly to the Discord. You could see it here as well since 11:10 a.m. It has not been canceled, and things have dropped down all the way to the 400 level. And on Tesla, put options went up within an hour nearly 200% plus, guys. And you could see the take profit levels there. When that rapid bear alert came in, it was sitting at around 423, and it was down towards 419 and 418, and it broke right through both of them and hitting lows down here of 401. Another thing too is a full transition, not just here on the Tesla chart, but also on the SPY, on the QQQ. They popped up, and that's something that 42 Vision really brings the perspective, and that's how we're going to look at these penny stocks in just a moment. But on Tesla, full transition, right, from bright green bars shifting over to red. And once those red came in, if nothing appears of any point of reversal like these right here, which would be red with green borders, the trend is continuing. So you have two confirmations. You have the rapid bear alerts plus the bear indicator, and then separated from that, the 42 Vision transitions. And as long as this red continues and it went into white with red borders, if nothing appears, no bull indicator, no green bars, no white with green borders or red with green borders to signify a quick reversal, this trend is continuing. So you watch those bars as they continue to hold the possible trend. And you could see it there popping up on the screen. Some of the members' gains using 42 Vision and their experiences. The link is down below in the description and top pinned comment to get connected. And we look forward to getting you connected and having you join us and receive this clarity and edge through the volatility of the markets, and whether stocks are going up or down, having that clarity through every single market move, guys. That's what it's all about, and that's the goal. Every single day and every single move, guys. That's the whole entire purpose, and adding perspective, having that applied knowledge that you already have, and then being equipped with tools and resources to gain that further edge. It's all the difference. So the first penny stock on this list is EPSM stock. Now, it had a pretty strong run today. It was under a bull indicator slightly after the open, and this is a perfect example of bright green bars dominating. And until the first bright green bar with red borders, that was the first point of making a decision, because there might be a shift in the trend and direction, or it could just be some profit taking like it did right here. It did it twice. But once it hit dark green with red borders, you're getting closer to red bars and white with red borders, right? So that's where things start to accelerate into weakness. Another thing too is there was no bear indicator in this whole process of the 15 minute. And this is where that whole continuation, right here, right there, that 15-minute continuation of strength, 42 vision was back to back. On this first drop here, even if one was to make a decision, myself, again, I am no expert. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing my opinions and my perspective alone and what 42 vision shows in these charts and how I would handle it. In this pullback, if I entered somewhere near down here, okay, 227, and it runs all the way to 437 and it pulls back, 310 is still a nice 20 to 30% move from way down here at the 220s. Now, obviously, this high up here or into this push, it was a really nice, almost 50%, 60% plus move. And then the highs up here was nearly 120%. But even on that drastic drop, there was still a gain there. And what allows you to stay in is seeing that there's no bear indicator, okay? That there's no change in trend, right? Which is the strong strength here of trend of bright green bars or dark green bars. And then once you start seeing those red borders or dark green bars, then it's time to really make a move. And even on this pullback, it was still higher than here. That's how much momentum this stock had today. But if we zoom into the 5-minute, you could really see here at the open when the trend started to gain strength. And it was down here near 220s, 215 area. And then that bull indicator confirmed it hit a high here of 315, pulls back to the 280s, okay? But no bear indicator just yet. And then in that pullback, one has to make a decision as a trader in the live action, okay? We're going to talk about live actions thinking. And what happened? It pushed over that resistance, no bear indicator, and then bright green bars until the next first bright green with red borders. And on that pullback, the low was around 382. That's still higher than down here near 280s, a whole nother dollar. And that right there was a 50% plus move. So that's how much of perspective 42 vision can bring within the volatility, okay? And if you go even zoomed into the 3-minute, we could really see here where things started to pause and then do the next leg up. But through all those pauses, this bull indicator was the strongest since the open, and it was just bright green bars back to back until it finally hit a dark green bar right here from dropping 396 to 359. And that is still higher than down here at 214. Now, this stock gained momentum today. It's under a strong bull indicator after hitting consolidation, right? After a run on Tuesday from 140s all the way up to 315. Perfect example, bright green bars all day, no bear indicator. I mean, that trend was just back to back strong. And then bear indicator on yesterday's dip, and it hit white with red borders 2 times. And that's what we call the dip area. And it turned out to be the lowest points that we've seen the chart even reach yesterday and today before the next run. So it consolidated, did another leg up, and this is now in a very interesting position because this stock, okay, has to hold, in my opinion, $3 for there to be any room to retest the resistance up here of the 460s or even break out to newer highs. If $3 gets broken through, there's a big gap to fill back down to the support from yesterday and today near the 220s and 215 area. So I'm going to be watching if this could hold $3 and how does it react there, and if the bulls can reappear. And on that pullback, will it be a healthy pullback, right? As I like to call it, the setup before the next bull run. So this bull indicator needs to hold. I will be watching the 30-minute bull indicator. And on the 5-minute, we do have a little bit of more volatility. It's under a bear indicator. So I will be watching if that can get canceled. And then all of those align going into tomorrow's pre-market and trading day. And if tomorrow is the day that things consolidate again or slow down like it did from Tuesday to Wednesday, and today it ran, tomorrow it could be another Tuesday reaction. But as long as it stays between that $3 and $4 area and it's sitting sideways, and that consolidation holds that support, and these bull indicators are in effect in the larger time frames, I'll be watching then for Monday. So this is definitely one to keep an eye on. Now, the next one on this list is involved with crypto. And this actually is very interesting because this penny stock is making a decision near a slight pullback of the crypto market, yet the crypto they're choosing is going up. We're going to look at that. So this stock is a little bit more volatile, and it is CYPH stock, and the stock ran up back on Friday and then also Tuesday of this week with recent news. And the most recent news is that Cypherpunk Technologies Inc. purchases additional Zcash. Okay, they bought $18 million in Zcash. Zcash at the time was around 602, and they acquired 29,000 of them. And now they're holding 233,000, averaging at around 291 per CEC. So what they're doing is they're getting Zcash and they're averaging up into the strength. Okay, that's a trading strategy, but they're looking to hold long term, and I guess they're pretty bullish about it, not just in the short term but long term, because they have a pretty big substantial position, and that was about 10% of their previous holdings, how much they bought now. And this is actually Zcash's chart. In the last 2 months, this thing has lifted up from around the 50s and 60s all the way up to $500, $600, pulled back, okay, to about $400, and now it's hit highs up here of $680, and it's still going up. This thing is going up based off the whole entire market of crypto falling. This thing is actually rising, okay, and it hit highs up here of 700s. So this is 10x nearly from those lows about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. So this is something interesting here, and that's what this stock is doing, and that's the news that created a nice run up after pulling back from the $3 area down to 230s. And obviously it's pricing in the value of Zcash just continuing to go up, I guess, and it's hit a high up here of 360s. Now there is a lot of rejection going on here, and this is actually one of the sharpest drops again, like it did last time back on Monday, from the 360s, 330s all the way down to 251, and now it's hit lows here so far of 296, and it's sitting at around the $3 area. If that breaks, the fill is down towards the 270s and then towards the 220s and 250s. So this is under a bear indicator right now. If we look at it on the 1 hour, it's under a bull indicator. So what I'm going to be watching is, could this bull indicator continue to hold? And is Zcash going to break 700? Because if Zcash breaks 700, this stock alone can actually build momentum and break through its recent high of 365. Okay, so that is something to not ignore. If it pulls back with the broader market and, you know, the overall sentiment, and Zcash has a slight pullback, that may be a healthy pullback, as I like to call it, again, the setup before the next bull run. So I will be watching for that closely. It's also hit a dip area here on the 5-minute. You can see full transition. You could see the point of reversals. This is really where the reversals begin, on those red with green borders, and then the bull indicator confirms it, and for as long as they're bright green or dark green, the strength is on, right? And then you get to see the transitions when things slow down, even though there's no bear indicator, and you watch that closely and then pop up again. But this transition right here really accelerated things, and then once it hit the red bars, I mean, the bear indicator was on its way, and that's exactly what happened. Now it hit a dip area of Y-referred borders on the 5-minute, so I will be watching if it can transition into the 15-minute, a nice Y-referred border, signifying a possible support level that the bulls can try to test to reappear, like it did here today in the morning. It could try again here today going into tomorrow's pre-market and trading day. So if Zcash continues to go higher or breaks out back towards $7, I will be watching if this could go ahead and break out and retest 330s and then break out above 360. So that's about 10 to 20% from where it's at right now, and it could possibly even break out pretty fast towards testing the $4 area or $3.80 to $4 area, depending how fast Zcash goes up, because right now this stock is being watched based off the performance of Zcash because of the amount of Zcash, okay, that they own. I mean, it's literally $18 million purchase and a total of owning 233,000 of them, averaging at around 291. So they're nearly up 100% on their position, and they added more to their position from where it's at, and also the total amount of Zcash that they own and what average they have. So this stock is definitely going to be impacted by the volatility of Zcash, and it's interesting because Zcash is going up while the overall market is going down of cryptos, and it's not that far from 700. And look at it pulling up here towards 688, trying to go back up towards 700. And if we go back to CYPH stock, it's trying to follow it and pull up with it. So it's already bouncing back from 296 lows there, using the support of the day and trying to get back up above 310, hitting so far 313, guys. So if you like these type of videos, you like knowing about penny stocks, and you want to know about these stocks early on, you can definitely hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video. Share it with the friends so they can receive the information as well. And if you guys want to gain that access to the edge that 42 Vision brings, and adding that perspective plus your knowledge and using these resources to simplify your chart analysis and navigating through the volatility of the markets and charts, check out that link down below in the description. We look forward to getting you connected and having you join us. And as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.